heading out. The night's too quiet, but I'm starting to feel the sound. The city's alive, but I'm not in its game. Just a man with a past that won't speak my name. I've seen it all, but I played my part. Kept my hands clean, but I've got a heavy heart. One more step, then it's done for me. But the ghosts of my choices still haunt me, can't you see? One last gamble, then I'm free. But the past keeps calling, I'm starting to see. I can't outrun what's inside my soul. It's been too long, now I've gotta go. One last gamble, then I'm free. One more step and I'll break the chain, you'll see. Out of the shadow, into the night, but the past keeps tugging, just out of sight. I've walked these streets, been a ghost in the night. Kept my head down, out of the spotlight. But the whispers are loud, and the weight's getting too real. I've been running from me, but I can't escape how I feel. The last job's the hardest, I can feel it in my bones. But this is the road, and I'm walking it alone. I've cleaned the messes, seen too much blood, but now it's my time to run. I've had enough. One last gamble, then I'm free. But the past keeps calling, I'm starting to see. I can't outrun what's inside my soul. It's been too long, now I've gotta go. One last gamble, then I'm free. One more step and I'll break the chain, you'll see. Out of the shadow, into the night, but the past keeps tugging, just out of sight. Train's waiting, but I can't look back. One last breath before I'm on the track. The silence is louder than the city's horn. I'm leaving it all, but it's not where I'm from. One last gamble, then I'm free. One more step and I'll break the chain, you'll see. Out of the shadows, into the night, but the past keeps tugging, just out of sight. One last gamble, then I'm free. Out of the game, but never truly free. Close the door behind you, kid. Let the hallway lights go black. Take that jacket off your shoulders. Draw the swagger, just relax. See this desk and all these folders. See this lamp in yellow shade. Every scar that you're so proud of started right here on the screen. You come in from parking level with your knuckles running red, boots still wet from some back stairwell, stories buzzing in your head. But the phone calls that you answer, they got cleared up here tonight. Every knock you ever follow, stars as ink beneath this light. There's a chessboard by the window, pieces frozen mid-advance. You keep staring at the nice board, but the pawns don't stand a chance. There's a ledger in the drawer here with some names you recognize. Men who thought they moved like thunder, now they're footnotes, quiet lies. See that revolver in the shadow of the frame upon the wall. It's been resting for a decade, but its echo runs through all. You keep thinking it's the metal that decides who walks away. I just shift a couple numbers and your storm becomes my day. You want a seat up near the window where the city looks like prey. You want everybody under you to step the way you say. But there's a cost to every favor, there's a weight in every file. And the mirror in the elevator learns your secrets, learns your smile. Cause it's the quiet man deciding the dues, not the fire in your eye or the shine on your shoes. You can bleed for the streets, you can howl for the crew, but the numbers in the dark still belong to a few. I'm the comment on the pen that approves. I'm the quiet man behind you. When you move, you can brag in the noise, you can posture and bruise, but in rooms like this, kid, quiet men decide what you lose. Remember that quick young runner who kept laughing at the rules, thought his charm could float him over every hole he laid for fools. I just closed one slim briefcase, turned a page and wrote a name. Next week his favorite corner or another family's flame. You keep talking about respect like it's a jacket you can buy, but the weight is in the choices that you never advertise. When you leave a door unlocked or when you let a rival breathe, that's the moment that defines you, not the blood upon your sleeve. I've been counting other men's sins till the numbers blur my own, adding interest to their weakness while subtracting from my soul. I can hear them in the silence when the office hum goes dead. All the faces in these folders climbing up inside my head. Yeah, it's the quiet man deciding the dues, not the flash of your ray or the cut of your suit. You can shout in the night, you can call And the shadow in your ledger, I'm the hand behind the songs. Jail to a gangster, constantly ill, villain and boss, playlist on a G. Villain and boss played a dead chick. I'm the one who moves the borders when the heat is on the crowd. I stay listed in the footnotes while your footsteps sound out loud. But numbers don't forget us, they just wait behind the glass. Add up in the quiet corners, write our futures from our past. I'm the shadow in your ledger, I'm the hand behind the suns. I'm the quiet one who balances the deals when nightfall comes. You walk out and wear the story like a legend in a suit. I stay up here counting faces, let your money put down roots. I'm the shadow in your ledger, every favor, every cause. You can shuffle all the pages, but the lives don't stay lost. I remember when you crossed this floor with a borrowed coat and grin. Empty pockets, steady heartbeat saying you would take it in. I was sitting where I'm sitting, just one folder, just one key. Now the shelves are built on binders and they all run back to me. I erased your early missteps, changed the dates and slowed the flow. Took your name off certain memos when the questions came in slow. Now I'm staring at a suitcase with this zipper halfway closed. There's a pen beside this paper and a truth that's getting close. If I send this, it might crack you. If I burn it, it burns me. If I stay, I'm still the engine of a train that can't break free. I've been loyal, I've been careful, I've been colder than I seem. But these pages keep on whispering, and they don't respect my scheme. I'm the shadow in your ledger, I'm the echo in your name. You can ride this in the thunder, but you can't outrun the frame. You move past them like a legend, every hallway, every floor. I move through them with the knowledge what those numbers really store. I'm the shadow in your ledger, and tonight I pick a side. Leave this letter on the desktop, take the lift and lose my pride. Hey, I'm the shadow in your ledger, I'm the shadow in your ledger. above me buzzing, drawing halos in the grime. Door marked staff with paint half peeling. One push and I'm through the frame. You won't see me on the monitors, but you whisper down my name. I wipe stories off of tabletops, cleared the stains they left behind. Packed up cash in quiet briefcases, walked it past the exit sign. Moved their pieces on a chessboard while they slept in softer sheets. Kept a ledger in my notebook that could knock them off their seats. Every favor leaves a marker, every marker leaves a mark. I wrote lines about what's never, but we stepped into the dark. I keep everything in order, leave no fingerprints or trace. But there's doors I keep on closing that still open in my face. They see calm and cold precision when I'm walking through the mess. Seeing answer wearing cufflinks, never flinching, never stress. But there's someone under this overcoat the mirror doesn't show, and he's tired of being someone when there's nowhere else to go. I'm the man you call at 3 a.m. when the night goes wrong. I'm the shadow in the stairwell, making sure your sin is gone. I move quiet, I move certain, like a verdict without sound. But you don't wanna live the life of the man they call when no one's around. Through a window in a corridor I cross, vending machine in the corner, humming exact change to the frost. Suitcase waiting by the fire door, no one brave enough to claim. I just nod, I know the owners by the tremor in their frame. On the roof the air is thinner, city hum beneath my feet. There's a phone face down on gravel screen, still glowing with a plea. I could answer, I could crush it, kick it sliding off the side. Every choice becomes a file in me, I can't misplace or hide. You can live outside the spotlight, still get burned by what you hide. You can carry other people's weight until it hollows out your stride. They will hail you as their savior when the walls are closing in, but you stand back from their tables, never let them touch your skin. I'm the man you call at 3 a.m. when the deals go bad. I'm the voice that says it's handled while your hands still shake with dread. I move quiet, I move loyal, I don't write your failures down. But you don't want my reflection in this polished little town. I'm the man you call at 3 a.m. when there's nowhere left to run. I'm the cost of all that power when it's borrowed, not it's won. One day I'll kill that blinking screen when your panic comes around. Close the case, walk down the rampway, not the man they call when no one's around. Blinds half closed on the window. This whole city's just a smear. Desk lamp drawing little circles, and the dust has settled in. Leather chair across from mine. You lean back but try to rise. Collar tight around your heartbeat. Hunger bright behind your eyes. Ledger open on the table. Columns marching down in rows. Old brass pan beside my knuckles. Ink still wet from what it knows. You say you want the kind of thunder makes the hallway recognize. I say, sit still, look around you. This is where the legend bows. I'm the one who moves the numbers when the street runs out of luck. When the loud men break the glasses and the quiet ones get stuck. I've erased a dozen problems with a handshake and a smile. Turn the money like a river round a buried, rotten pile. Safe is humming in the corner, lock remembers every turn. Chessboard waiting by the bookshelf, kings and pawns that never learn. You think power's at the doorway, where the big cars always arise. I just tapped the open ledger, kid, in here the power lies. Every debt that you inherit, every favor that you claim, leaves a shadow on the paper, leaves a mark beside your name. I'm the quiet man behind the ledger, where your stories get revised. I'm the hand that keeps the balance while your legend's advertised. You can walk like you're untouchable, stealing fire in your eyes, but the ink is cold and patient, and the legend never lies. When the lights go down in back rooms and your last good cover dies, you will answer to the silence, 'cause the legend never lies. I remember when I started, same cheap shoes and sharpened grin. Thought I'd only count the money, not the cost beneath the skin. Names I crossed with steady fingers, days underlined in red. Some still meet me in the mirror, some just talk inside my head. Once I changed a couple figures, pulled a brother off a sheet, saved his life and lost another. That's the math beneath the street. So you wanna write your future? Let me give you one advice. You You can sign this line tonight, but it won't come at your price. Stories love the man with music when he steps out of the car. Crowds applaud the loud arrival, never ask how deep the scar. But the ones who last the longest don't need headlights in their eyes. They stay seated with the legend, and they live with what it writes. I'm the quiet man behind the ledger, where your secrets crystallize. I'm the sum of every whisper that your perfect suit denies. You can stand above the staircase with that thunder in your stride, but the ink is unforgiving and the legend never lies. When the calls stop getting answered and the fear cuts through your ties, you'll remember what I told you, that the legend never lies. There's a flicker in the overhead sign. Last train running late into night. Every girl there for a love freak on a moon in that tired yellow light. Four-legged on a cross to power in the cold behind the shed door. Tired yellow light, you're leaning on a metal rail, collar open, shoulders wide, eyes still bright, hands still steady, hungry and inspired. I got an old briefcase by my boots, corners worn and edges scarred. Inside there's more than paper, more than numbers on a card. You say you wanna make your mark where the rules don't all apply. I've been the man behind the glass who sets a cost on every lie. I used to sit in quiet rooms with the ledgers and the keys, marking who was getting paid and who was dropping to their knees. Every favor, every whisper, every don't you say a word, I write it down in tidy lines like it was nothing but a clerk's work. Saw a handshake in a back room, fade to one less chair at night. Listen to the ticking clock while someone's name got crossed out right. They all thought it was about to shine, the steel, the stack of cards, but I held the silent pencil that divided up the dark. You think it's just smart moves, easy money, clean and quick, but every shortcut leaves a bruise that you can't erase a trick. You're standing where I once stood, thinking you can't be harmed. And I can see the way this runs from the ink still on my arm. Cause I'm the quiet hand that balances the dark, counting every favor like a scar across your heart. You won't see me in the spotlight, I'm the ghost behind the charts. But I'm the quiet hand that balances the dark. Yeah, I'm the quiet hand that balances the dark. Machine keeps humming, throws a shimmer on the tracks. Your ticket's folded in your fist, thumb still running up its back. I tell you there's a branch line out where no one knows your face, and there's another train that brings you deep into this same old place. I've seen young men trade their sleep for a well-cut empty suit, walking corridors like assets with their feelings under boot. You say you only want a piece, just enough to stand apart, but a little dose of poison still finds home inside your heart. I balance books on vacant chairs where someone used to sit, signed off quiet endings with a nod and practiced wit. The numbers made me powerful, the numbers made me numb. Now I stand here on this platform, hearing every deal I've done. When the carriage doors slide open, you can step into that glow, or let this cold air bite your face and simply turn and go. So listen when I tell you, boy, before you ride into the dark, there's always one last hidden line that's never on the mark. Cause I'm the quiet hand that balances the dark, counting every favor like a scar across your heart. You won't see me on the front line, I'm the shadow and the charts. But I'm the quiet hand that balances the dark. Yeah, I'm the quiet hand that balances the dark. You can keep that ticket, walk away and leave this track, or chase that rolling thunder and it never brings you back. Either way, the life you choose will write its name inside your heart, and there'll be some quiet hand that balances the dark. Yeah, there's always some quiet hand that balances the dark. A bell of these secrets, metal rail cold under your hand. Street lights throw long bones on the pavement, cars below like crawling plants. Your jacket's new, your pulse still racing, hungry for a name they'll have to say. You tell me you wanna move like legends, I smile slow and turn you toward the grave. God's a promise you can't rescind. This steel remembers every quiet footstep, and every warm water pen. This is the bridge for the quiet kind, where real men choose which ghosts of mine. You wanna walk through the city like you built it, you better learn to leave your noise behind. I held a kingdom with a Lord voice, signed the deals nobody else would sign. But every light on the skin of this river is the price of crossing over that line. A boy who thought he had to shout it, gold chain loud in every room. He laughed at men who moved in silence. Now his car's down there, a rusty tomb. Another kid kept all his money showing, turned each small victory into glare. They loved his grin until they didn't. Now his name's just static in the air. So listen close, don't chase the echo, let the echo come to you. Keep your hands clean where the eyes are watching, let your paper do what hands can do. Shake a hand like it's a verdict. Don't you promise what you won't defend. And never walk a man across this bridge if you won't stand beside him to the end. This is the bridge for the quiet kind, where the shadows weigh the steel in your spine. You wanna move like a legend through the city, you'd better know which part of you to leave behind. I held a kingdom with a steady gaze, wrote my name in corners out of sight. Now every light on the skin of this river is a face that visits when I close my eyes at night. Motel bed leaning on a faded yellow wall, ice machine humming in a low mechanical draw, suitcase half open by the door on crooked wheels, room key on the table next to cold forgotten meals, little notepad with a logo by the bedside lamp, your name on the first line, ink starting to cramp, Outside in the light, just my car under the sign. Neon flickers like it's trying to change its mind. I'll write you 3 scissors, then tear them into shreds. Drive the scraps beside the Bible and the iron frame of the bed. You deserve a quiet house, soft voices in the hall. Not a man who's heard what happens when the wrong hands make a call. I've driven sealed envelopes through back roads after dark. Sat across from silent faces, left my name without a mark. Now I move from exit to exit, keep my name off the sheet. Every town another number, every mile another beat. You might think I disappeared because I never really cared. But ghosts like me don't visit where the innocent are spared. If I cross that unseen border and turn back to your street, I'll be bringing all the shadows, walking close behind my feet. I'm a highway gentleman ghost in a suit you'll never see, rolling past the bright convenience lights where you could have stood with me. I'm the man who leaves at daybreak while the parking lot's still cold. Trade a porch and kitchen laughter for a steering wheel to hold. I'm a highway gentleman ghost and I haunt my own escape. Every mile I stay in motion keeps you far from my mistake. A strip of distant glow, boots crunching gravel when I stop to let the engine slow. Folded map bleeding from the glove box at my knee. Circle where you live is one turn that don't belong to me. Truckers at the counter in a 24-hour stop. Coffee burning in a paper cup, ticking on the clock. I stand by the window with a few worn bills in hand, watching taillights scribble red lines on a trembling strand. If I walk through your doorway with this road dust on my sleeve, you'd smile like the past was something I was free to leave. But the men I used to answer still keep careful, quiet eyes. They would follow any footprint leading back to where you rise. So I talk to you in motel rooms and by these quiet pumps. Let the words die in my throat, let the engine take the lumps. I'm a highway gentleman ghost, never written on your door. I keep moving like a rumor that the streets can't hold no more. You can build your days on Sundays where the curtains catch the sun. I'll be out here on the shoulder where the unfinished things run. I'm a highway gentleman ghost, choosing one more sleepless lane, so you never feel the trouble that was riding in my name. soft behind your back. Take the leather chair across from me. Don't get lost in every plaque. Desk lamp cuts the room in half. One side shadow, one side gold. City humming through the window, but this office feels too cold. There's a folder by your bowl with a name you think you want. You've been chasing little stories. Now you're hungry for the front. Kid, I've walked this carpet earlier than you breathe this heavy air. I'm the one they call at midnight when they run out of repair. See that shredder by the filing cabinet, dust along the rim. See these gloves inside my pocket, folded tight and neat and slim. Every story has a chapter that they hope will disappear. That's the part they slide across this desk and whisper in my ear. I've erased a lot of footprints, turn the key inside the lock, close some things before the knocking ever reach the hallway clock. You call it living like a legend, like a ghost behind the scenes. I call it carrying a weight that never leaves your shirt or seams. You think power's in the music when you walking through the glass, in the eyes that turn and follow every time that you walk past. But the real ones sit in silence while the loud ones fall asleep. And the only crown worth wearing is the one you never keep. When the cleaner speaks, you better listen to the floor. Hear the quiet in my footsteps. I've been down this hall before. I'm the last calm voice they hear when all their pretty plans go weak. If you wanna wake up, oh, remember this. When the cleaner speaks, when the cleaner speaks, boy, you learn to read the door. There's a chessboard half played out, dark king boxed into a corner. Few moves left, no easy route. Next to it a worn out notebook, leather cracked around the spine. Every page a list of favors, every favor drew a line. There's a safe behind that painting, there's a code under my ring. You don't see the nights it cost me just to lock and never sing. You can take that folder, sign it, join the list that never sleeps. Or you turn around and leave here with a life that you can keep. I've watched bright suits turn to shadows when the daylight hit their face. Watch them trade away their mornings just to hold a brittle place. If you make a bed with silence, it will lie where you believe. And the only wind that matters is the one where you can leave. When the cleaner speaks, you better listen to the floor. Hear the truth inside the echo, not the stories at the door. I'm the last calm voice they hear when all their silver turns to dust. If you wanna die, man, learn when to walk and who to trust. When the cleaner speaks, you let the hungry legends roar. Men who move in real silence know when not to cross this door. I walked these streets too long, shadows by my side. The river's calling me now, but I can't outrun the tide. The city's got its grip on me, deep within my veins. But tonight I'm leaving, I'm breaking these chains. The wheels keep turning, the city's calling my name. But I can't stay in the game, it's all the same, it's all the same. I've played my part, now I'm leaving it behind. But the city's breathing down my neck, always on my mind. I hear the train whistle, it's pulling me away. But the city's whispering, begging me to stay. I made my choices, can I really leave it all behind? The past keeps pulling, but I'm running out of time. I'm walking away, but the city will still call me home. I'm leaving the darks behind, but I won't be left alone. I've played my part, now I'm done, but it never really ends. You can leave the city, but it'll always be your friend. I've been the one to handle the dirty work, the quiet hand, the ones who don't ask questions, the ones who understand. But I'm tired, I'm ready to go, to disappear from the scene. But the city's always watching, it'll never let me leave clean. You think you're free when you leave, thinking you can start fresh. But the city never forgets, it never gives up its grip, it's a test. I've played the game, but I'm done, I'm moving on. But there's one thing you should know, you can never be gone. I'm walking away, but the city will still call me home. I'm leaving the darks behind, but I won't be left alone. I played my part, now I'm done, but it never really ends. You can leave the city, but it'll always be your friend. Keep rolling, but I'm feeling the weight of every step I've taken and the choices I still hate. I'm leaving the city behind, but it's never out of sight. The past lingers like a shadow, even in the dead of night. Away, but the city will still call me home. I'm leaving the darks behind, but I won't be left alone. I played my part, now I'm done, but it never really ends. You can leave the city, but it'll always be your friend. Overall mood is a late night back room of a bar, connected to a boss office. Ledger on the table, safe in the corner, bartender listening while a cold strategist. Coming up, same coat, same crooked smile, running little errands for the house, step by careful mile. He liked to shake the dice too loud and laugh too long at night. I like to write in tiny ink and keep the columns tight. He would kick the jukebox when the needle caught a groove. I would watch the boss's eyes and plan the next small move. There was room for both of us until the river changed its speed. Then the line between the brothers and the business started to bleed. I'm not the man who swings a fist or deals the final sting. I'm just the one who moves the pieces so they never touch a king. I'm the quiet man at the table, keeping blood off of your hands, balancing a crooked ledger so your pretty story stands. When the floor begins to rumble and the walls begin to shake, I'm the quiet man at the table, choosing which heart's gonna break. Night they came to ask me if the books could take a loss. He was in the corner booth, laughing too loud at the boss. Markers on the felt lined up like little bones in row. I could tilt the storm his way or let it hit the house, I know. I tapped my pen 3 times, closed the folder, met their eyes, signed my name beside a number, let the stairwell swallow cries. Later boots on marble steps, his voice turned into sound. Then a sudden perfect silence that keeps circling the ground. Every throne is built on names that never make the stage. Someone has to read the tides and draw the ledger on the page. It's not crowns that make you heavy, it's the ghosts you have to weigh. It's the way the ink keeps spreading when you try to wipe it away. I'm the quiet man at the table, keeping blood off of your hands, balancing a crooked ledger so your shining story stands. When the floor begins to rumble and the walls begin to shake, I'm the quiet man at the table, choosing which soul's gonna break. I'm the quiet man at the table, candle burning down so low. If you really want the total, that's a number you don't wanna know. That's a number you don't wanna know. I'm the quiet man. I'm the quiet man. I'm the quiet man. In a silence, choosing the road over love. Prepare the garrison to right man from the old wall into drums and bladers. Ice machine down the hallway, coughing coins and broken sleep. Neon from the diner sign crawling through the blinds in a crooked sweep. There's a paper on my knee, first line crossed out in black. Every word I start to write wants to pull my cold feet back. Duffel bag by the door, zipper half closed like a mouth. Room paid cash, name not mine, pointed farther south. Said one day leave the road, come home before it's night. You don't know the man who knocked once with a folded note in his hand. Said my name like a problem, said your name like a warning in the sand. There's a shadow on my shadow every time I hit the street. Every promise that I keep puts a target at your feet. So I ran I tear the page in two. 'Cause the safest thing I know is driving far away from you. I'm the kind who leaves before somebody calls, and what I owe can't bring that through your front door. Can't let that in to your glow. So I leave the key on the nightstand, and that's my goodbye. No loud words, no long talks, no reasons why. Just a little piece of metal in the motel light, saying men like me keep moving when it ain't quite right. Yeah, the key on the nightstand, that's who I am. A shadow on the highway in a second-hand sedan. If you wake up in the morning and my side's gone cold, that key on the nightstand tells you all you need to know. I remember you in the doorway, sleeves rolled up, eyes all flame. You said I don't need a legend, I just need you with your real name. I almost set my keys down on your counter by the sink. Watch the coffee in your mug make a small soft ring against the brain. With headlights in the window drew a pattern I had learned, like a code from older nights when every safe house burned. So I kissed you once like a secret, tasted quiet, tasted peace. Then I folded that whole picture, put it in the glove box with my receipts. If I had another lifetime, maybe I would slow this spin, trade these exits and these alibis for a front door I walk in. But in this one I ride midnight through pumps and parking lines. I keep your face in the rear view with the other warning signs. So I leave the key on the nightstand, not in your hand. I'm the kind of man who loves you best from off your land. No bouquet, no last call, just a quiet room glow, and a small piece of metal saying what I can't show. Yeah, the key on the nightstand in that cheap brown tray is my signature that says I had to walk away. When you find it in the silence and you feel that pull, know the key on the nightstand is my sorry, heart and full. signs half lit and an exit, drifting off the road. Thin walls, I'm an old air unit, little room that barely holds. There's a suitcase by the door frame, key tag hanging from the chair, coffee cooling on the table, one more postcard lying there. I write your name along the top line, let the pen just trace the sound. Every letter feels like footsteps, turning back towards shaky ground. For the corner of the paper, stare at nothing for a while. I can see you in the kitchen, bare feet on that faded tile. Dinah shares a parking lot with this place, and the pump lights glow. Chrome stool empty, sugar package, quiet radio down low. Neon buzzing over menus, half the bulbs already gone. Waitress wiping down the counter just to keep a program on. There's a payphone by the bathroom, little metal, little rust. I can almost hear you breathing through a silence I don't trust. I could dial those 7 numbers, let your hello cross the wire, but the ones I used to write will still set your name on fire. I've been living in between lines, where the highway threads the past. Every mile I put behind me says this love was built to last. Down the last motel before the line, where a man like me decides if it turns back toward a porch light or keeps driving through the night. I can lay your name on paper, but I can't lay down this life. So I leave it in the drawer here with the key and with the knife. Yeah, if you ever feel an engine pull you off an exit sign, you'll be passing by the doorway of the last motel before the line. On a crooked screen, some old movie in the background, 2 lost voices in between. I flip the latch out of habit, even though I'm not the mark. Old reflex from older evenings when I walk too close to dark. I slide your letter in the Bible, page that never sees a crease. For the map and take the casserole, let the TV talk in peace. Drop the key out on the counter, nod once to the tired clerk. He don't ask what brought me through here, knows the night does all the work. There's a line, a little town behind me where I never stay too long. One with grain dust, one with freight tracks, one with half-forgotten song. Every time I thought of turning, your door. So I kept my wheels in motion, left that thought out on the floor. I keep my circle lonely, like the stripe that splits the lane. Let the distance do the mercy that my hands can't quite explain. I'm the last motel before the line, with a lamp that never sleeps, for the men who change their story but still carry what they keep. I can spell your name in ink here, let the letters curve and shine, but the ghost that ride beside me ain't the kind to cross with mine. Yeah, if you ever feel a pull you can't quite place along your spine, that's the highway saying thank you from the last motel before the line. Motel key on the table, with the number facing up. Styrofoam of cold black coffee, lipstick ghost on the cup. Tested curtain by the bathroom, buzzing light that hums and fades. Duffel bag against the doorframe, paid in cash and quiet shade. I've been writing you this letter on a page from Motel Pad, with a hotel ballpoint pen that keeps on skipping like my past. Out the window there's a highway, just a river made of chrome. I could drop this in the mailbox, but I know it won't go home. With your fingers on my sleeve, said I don't need all your secrets, I just need to see you leave. There were folders on the counter, there were numbers in my phone, there were people in this city who would crack if I was gone. So I kissed you on the forehead, said I'll fix it, give me time. But my boots were built for asphalt, not for waiting in a line. Every promise that I offered, packed a suitcase by the door. Now this key burned in my palm feels like a ring I can't ignore. There's a gas sign in the distance, keeps on blinking out my name. Every exit looks like mercy till you pull into the frame. The highway is my alibi when the past begins to bite. It erases every footprint, turns my wrongs to exit lights. From a room that no one asked for, on the backside of this place, I can fold up every story, leave no shadow, leave no trace. Yeah, the highway is my alibi when the questions start to rise. I just let the engine answer, keep the truth behind my watch the ceiling fan keep turning like the slow spinning of the earth. There's a Bible in the drawer here with some pages underlined. I lay my wallet on its cover like I'm paying for my time. I don't talk to any heaven, I just balance what I owe. So I whisper you this letter, let the dashboard warning blow. If I turn back to your doorway, would you see me as I am? Not the ghost, another story, just a tired, worn out man. But the miles have called me hollow, and the jobs have made me thin. I'm the space between these motels and the life I didn't win. The highway is my alibi and my sentence all in one. It keeps taking me through nowhere while I act like I have won. From these doors with metal numbers, from these carpets stained in time, I keep changing out my faces, leave you only with this line. Yeah, the highway is my alibi, but the truth beneath the ride is I chose the open asphalt over standing by your side. Leather chair by the window, this whole city down below. Desk lamp burning in a circle where the shadows never go. Safe door closed behind the panel, little green light on the wall. There's a folder on the table with your first job on the call. I've been adding up the numbers since before you knew the game, moving pieces on the board so someone else can take the fame. Every handshake has a balance, every smile has a side. I keep ledgers in my head for who can stay and who must hide. You see the car and the cufflinks, you don't see the hallway when the cameras start to stare. I'm the right hand in the dark that keeps your white shirt clean. I'm the quiet calculation living in the space between. I'm the voice behind the curtain choosing who walks in the room. I'm the shadow in the corner when the deals begin to bloom. Yeah, I'm the right hand in the dark behind your shining scene. Every step that makes you king runs through my hands unseen. You've been leaning in the doorway, watching doors that others pass, fingers drumming on the frame like you're ready for the glass. You want keys and you want passwords, you want bags and you want weight, but all that wanting turns to iron when it settles on your fate. There was one night in this office when the clock hands wouldn't move. I was staring at a briefcase, had a single line to choose. Locked the door and dimmed the ceiling, left one shaded lamp above. Signed a paper with my left hand, left a gold ring in the drawer. I'm the right hand in the dark that keeps your white shirt clean. I'm the line that doesn't tremble when the space between turns mean. I'm the chair beside the window when they ask what must be done. I'm the one who names the outcome long before they call it one. So when you chase that polished desk and all that power that you've seen, know the right hand in the dark will keep your white shirt clean. But you won't sleep like you used to once you're standing where I've been. 'Cause every quiet man like me carries what you never see within.
Two green signs on a way, both of
them could change my name. One leans back toward your way, one just fades into the plane. Motel key on the seat there, swinging on a copper ring. Crushed receipt from some old diner where I didn't taste a thing. Dash light painting out my knuckles wrapped around this worn out wheel. Half a pack and half a tank and more than half a heart to heal. I could lean this engine over, point it back to where you sleep, but the shadows in my rear view are the ones I have to keep. You still think I'm just a quiet man who's careful with his words, who comes home with folded collars and the calm you say you've earned. You don't see the backroom tables, you don't hear the whispered deals, where a handshake is a trigger and a promise always steals. I've been buying us a future with a stack of silent fear, signing things with just my absence every time I disappear. You deserve a different story than the one that wears my name. So I'm driving past the exit that would lock you in this game. If I slow down by your county, I won't make it past your door. So I'm talking to your memory while this engine asks for more. I'm the last exit before the dawn, the road you don't belong upon, built to carry weight and secrets till the softer hearts are gone. Yeah, I move like I'm a legend, no one tells me where to go, but I pay for all that freedom with a love I'll never know. So I'll keep this wheel from turning back to everything I've drawn. I'm the man you almost married, I'm the last exit before the dawn. Taxi booth and coffee cooling where your name was on my mind. Tin jukebox in the corner playing songs I left behind. I wrote half a note on napkin, folded once and told in two. Every line I tried to finish looked like prison bars for you. Neon buzzing over pavement while I walk back to the car. Old duffel in the passenger like a tired familiar scar. When I turned the key and rolled out, all the noise fell into black. Just the hum of worn out tires saying, boy, don't circle back. There are men who build a front porch, let the world come to their gate. Then there's those of us whose heartbeat only settles when we're late. I was carved out by these back roads, by the things I can't confess, by the jobs that leave no record, just a number and a mess. I'm the last exit before the dawn, where the maps all blur and bend, where the hard ones keep on driving and the soft ones find an end. You can picture me as legend when the night feels far too long, but I'm paying for that image with a house that's always gone. So I'll keep this wheel from turning to the town where you moved on. I'm the ghost that loved you quietly, I'm the last exit before the dawn. I've been walking these streets for far too long, chasing shadows where the light don't belong. Took the calls, made the moves, played the game. But now I'm tired of the things I became. The city's cold, but it's all that I know. It's a hard place to leave, but I gotta go. The train's coming, and I hear the sound. Time's up now, no turning around. I've done the work, I've paid the price, but every choice just cuts like ice. I've been running for so damn long, but the train's here, and I know it's time to be gone. I'm stepping on the train, there's no turning back. Left the life behind, can't follow that track. I've been lost in the dark, but now I see the only way out is to finally be free. I've heard the ones I cared about most, played the part, been the silent ghost. But every step I felt it slip away. The price of power is too high to pay. Now the station's empty, just me and the night. I'm walking away, no end in sight. The train's pulling in, I've made my choice. I hear the whistle, and I can't avoid the voice. I've done the work, I've paid the price, but every choice just cuts like ice. I've been running for so damn long, but the train's here, and I know it's time to be gone. I'm stepping on the train, there's no turning back. Left the life behind, can't follow that track. I've been lost in the dark, but now I see the only way out is to finally be free. Too much, but it's the only way. I've gotta leave, I can't stay. The whistle calls, and I've gotta go. Leaving the past, I'll never know. I'm stepping on the train, there's no turning back. Left the life behind, can't follow that track. I've been lost in the dark, but now I see the only way out is to finally be free. No turning back. No turning back. the pocket of my coat. Name half faded on the paper from the sweat against my throat. There's a suitcase on the rack, a duffel by my knees, and a cooling paper coffee, while the platform starts to bleed. In the window, this old station slips away like bad advice. Vending machine in the corner, spitting out his eyes. There's a flicker in the corridor, some kid with restless eyes, but he passes by my doorway. I'm a shadow in disguise. Back there, that hungry city kept my ledger in his teeth, counting favors in the back rooms, counting cash beneath the beams. Boss offices and low docks, every hallway knew my name. When a briefcase left my fingers, someone else would leave the game. I signed papers in the quiet, moved a line and closed the door, shared a nod with men who never said what we were signing for. Now these rail ties under metal feel like beads beneath a breath. Every mile that pulls me from it, I still feel it in the air. Distance looks like freedom on a glowing board, but there's things you can't outrun with just another corridor. Every deal you ever brokered writes itself in iron raw, and the wheels below keep talking like they know what you're here for. 'Cause his night train keeps the score, counts the men you fed the dark before, hums out every promise you ignore, rolling low like judgment at your door. I don't run, I choose my war, slip away without a cheer or roar, collar high, eyes to the floor, while the night train keeps the score. Along the river, sing behind a fading. There's a farmhouse in the distance with a single window still. I'm not chasing some redemption, I'm not begging to be clean. I just know that staying put would turn me into what I've seen. If they come to ask about me, let them walk those quiet bars, let them pace the bar side offices, let them count the idle cars. They'll find files with missing pages, they'll find drawers that don't align, but no footprints on the platform where I stepped across the line. Every name I ever traded rides along in second class. Every face I ever greenlit flickers faint against the glass. There's a briefcase in the luggage full of things I'll never claim, and a little train keeps the score. Sings the tally through the carriage floor. Every mile is just a little more of the truth I never said before. I don't beg, I don't implore, I just vanish like a closing door. If you're hunting for the man I was before, that's the city, that's the tracks outside its core. I move in silence, nothing more. And the night train keeps a score.
Motel key on the table, paint is peeling from the door. Thin walls full of strangers, talking soft through room 16 and 24. Old TV in the corner throws that blue light on my shoes. There's a suitcase by the dresser and a shirt that still smells like you. Neon from the diner keeps blinking in the blind. Coffee cooling on the nightstand next to all these crossed out lines. Train horn in the distance, like a clock that's running late. And I'm writing you this letter, knowing I can't hesitate. You always call me steady, said my heartbeat never should. While my hands were hiding stories that could fill a twisted book, I kept your picture in my wallet, corners torn by night and rain. Carried softness in my pocket through a world of quiet pain. Tonight this room is honest, every stain and every crack feels like pages in a journal I can never hand you back. I could walk you to that platform, ask you to just trust my name, but I won't pull you through shadows just to give you all my blame. If I stay, the night gets louder and the wolves find where we sleep. If I go, you wake up lonely, but your breathing still runs deep. So this is me going southbound without a sound. Suitcase by the bed, ticket folded face down. Living like a gentleman, taking heat you'll never know. Real men walk away quiet when the fire starts to grow. Yeah, this is me going southbound, no parade, no last goodbye. Just a name you'll stop repeating and a shadow passing by. caressing him. Ice bucket by the bathroom, catching water at the rim. I slide this folded letter in a drawer you'll never see. Let the ink hold what I'm feeling, so your hands can still stay free. The truck lights from the highway paint the ceiling, come and go. Every engine sounds like warning, every brake a long hello. I pick up my worn out jacket, check the pockets for my coat. Cash, key, blade, and ticket, then I step out to the road. I don't beg the night for mercy, I don't ask to pass the bend. I don't drag the ones I care for through a storm I can't defend. I don't wait for doors to slam before I choose to disappear. I just close them soft behind me, leave my silence in your ear. So this is me going southbound without a sound. No ring against your window, no footsteps turning round. Leaving like a gentleman, taking all the weight I own. Real men pay their debts in miles and walk the darkness on their own. Yeah, this is me going southbound, let the freight wheels drown my name. If you ever feel a calm, that's me walking off the flame.
Overall, well, with talents focused on quiet power, where the real weapons are numbers, and by the real weapons are numbers and silent decisions, rather than loud threat signs. So that's right. Inside the letter in the wasteland, with me flick applied, silver pen between my fingers, tapping while the answers come, where the real weapons are numbers and silent decisions, rather than loud threat signs. You remember when we shared from the window, one briefcase between us, one small room to sleep in. Spoke softly to the figures, you spoke loudly in the street. You shook hands, smoky doorway, I kept everything sweet. I'm the cash flows for shipping doors, little gaps along where they never used to stray. Every ghosted notation, every service scribbled free, draws a shadow in the margin, like you're hoping it won't reach me. In this life, men don't shout, they decide to cut you loose from view. They just close the door in silence and adjust one number under you. It's numbers and knives. That decides who walks away with a name. I don't raise my voice, I don't flash my steel. I move one line and let the outcome seal. It's numbers and knives under soft green light. I guard the empire while you
There's a folder with your story in the top right-hand drawer. First job, first split, first one. Every favor, every score. I could circle 3 small items, make one quiet call at dawn, and by evening you would be silent that the hallway swallows on. But we bled the same cold sidewalks when our shoes had broken soles. Shared the last clean shirt between us, split the hunger and the roast. So I'm giving you this warning in the stillness of this room. Step back from what you're taking, or you're walking to your doom. Out beyond these tinted windows, men are shouting over deals. Up your face, ink and paper, click of keys and turning wheels. You can live another decade if you learn the simple code. Never cross a man who draws the map that lines your road. It's numbers and knives in this gentleman's game. I keep the balance that decides who walks away with a name. I don't flash my rage, I don't flash my steel. I shift one line and let your future peel. It's numbers and knives under soft green light. I hold the center while you think you own the night. You can change your steps and keep your life, or stay shadowing my numbers and knives. Last train out of my name, while the platform fades, the lecture plays a low, steady riff for the shadows shuffles my name. I'm so bad, take a side, striking them on the morning pavement. I'm so bad, take a start, humming up and make you think. No, doors that shut without a warning, just a chime and then they seal. Still beneath me starts its heartbeat, and goes shiver through my heels. Your lies, a message in our phone scheme, never done. Chasing breath and blood shadows that could leave a man half dead. Kept the numbers for the people who don't let the daylight in. Sat across from smiling strangers, never showed them where I've been. Every night I came back to you with the city on my coat, quiet quiet deal stuck to my shoulder, the silence in my throat. You would ask me if I'm hungry, set a plate and look away. I could feel your questions burning in my coat. Oh, let me say, I could step down at a junction, take another line back home, let you hold me in that kitchen, pretend I was never known. The man you think you're loving and the name they pass around are the same, and if I'm honest, you're much better without. So I ride this last train out of my name. Let the wheels erase the letters, keep the memory, take the blame. Real power ain't a gun or a claim. It's knowing when to vanish so you never wear my stain. Dark fields sliding by the window, little houses blinking faded, lonely diner by a crossing, rusted fence and metal gate. Conductor snaps my paper ticket, gives a nod and moves along. In his eyes there is a question, but he knows to keep it going. There's another unused ticket tucked in deeper in my coat. For the night I'd lose my courage, for the crack inside the oath. I can feel his cardboard edges like a dare against my side. Every mile I don't turn backward is a breath out of your life. If you wake up to the quiet and my shoes aren't by the wall, if the kettle starts its whisper but I don't come when it calls, just believe I didn't leave you cause I stopped wanting your light. I just chose to keep it shining where my shadow couldn't bite. So I ride this last train out of my name. Let the rails rewrite the letters, take the weight and leave you sane. All that load, I'll carry it the same, cause loving you means living so you never wear my stain. Yeah, I ride this last train out of my name. If they ask you what became of me, just say I caught a train. Real powers walking from the flame. I'm a ghost beyond the window on the last train out of my name.